Good morning. This is Travis Wayne Goodsell. Okay, now I've been able to show the signs of the second coming. Signs, not the second coming. The signs of the second coming. Big difference. And I want to get to a couple of videos this morning. One, I wanted to point out the symbolism of the last days Messiah from the book of Jasher. There's a story, extra story of Moses, not covered in the Torah text. And then I want to do something a little fun for you Mormons. Who wants money? So we'll get to that. Alright, so Mormons, what's the symbol of Satanism? No, we don't talk about Satan. We don't even discuss his name. We don't speak his name. You gotta know your enemy's playbook. So what is their sign? You know, Mormons have your signs and tokens of the priesthood. What is the secret sign of Satan? Everybody knows. The mark of the beast. This is the goat. And Hawaii, aloha, something like that. But the beast, the goat. And so you get that from heavy metal bands back in the 80s. And so, yeah, the goat is the symbol of Lucifer's church. And he's known as a beast. So John the Revelator refers to Lucifer as the dragon, but he has a beast under his control, as well as the false prophet under his control. Now we're going to back off on the false prophet for you Mormons, even though Mormonism is the only church on the earth with a prophet. But the beast, yes, the goat beast, that's the symbol of the government, because false prophet is a religion. And remember, I've been talking to you about the sun is the right eye of Horus in Egyptian. Government, religion is the left eye of Horus. And that when they go dark, or blood red, bloodshot eyes, that refers to eclipses. And so, yes, the Egyptian symbolism would involve not only the signs in the heavens, but the prophecies of the last days Messiah, Horus, one mighty and strong for your Mormons, is that he will wound his eyes, both the right and the left. And so that's somebody you need to look for with wounded eyes. Okay. Yeah, the mark of the beast. The symbol of the beast, or the sign of the beast, is the goat beast. So, the symbol of Jesus, Christians have made it the fish sign, and the Greek word inside the what do you call them that you put them on the back of your cars? I can't remember what they're called, but I'm sure you guys remember. I did a book on it. All of the religious forms of the fish. Fun book. Not too many people are interested in it, but it's just a picture book. Amazon lets me do picture books, so I did a picture book about all of these fish car things. And so yeah, there's some fun ones in there. Yeah, so we're looking now for when the enemy will destroy us. When is their day that they will attack? I read from the Old Testament prophecies of the last days Messiah, and one of them, the scriptures indicated that God will destroy the United States in a single day. So when is that day? And the Book of Mormons, you know very well of the story surrounding Samuel the Lamanite. He gives prophecies for signs in the heavens, but apparently he didn't give dates for these signs, because the evil Nephites set aside a day that if the signs didn't happen on that day, they were going to murder the good Nephites. And so that's interesting that the ancient American Indians, we now know, were superior in their knowledge of the heavens. And so why is Samuel the Lamanite, who comes from that culture of precision in astronomy, and even Lehi, he's given revelation that Jesus would be born 600 years from the year that King Zedekiah was placed on the throne, which means Jesus would have been born in 4 AD, according to the Book of Mormon timing. So the Book of Mormon timing is way off if you look down at the bottom when they say 600 BCE. Oh, they don't put the E, right? They use BC. So yeah, that's an error in the Book of Mormon, is the dating. It's wrong. So yeah, Lehi left in 597 BCE, according to the Book of Mormon text, which means Jesus would have been born 600 years later in 4 AD. Now you're thinking, what, 597, that would be 3 years to make 600, so therefore it would be 3 AD. No, there's no 0 date, no 0 year. And so you gotta understand that when you're doing math from BC into AD. And so my Stellarium program, which I'm going to take you into, to show you the sign in the heavens when the enemy will strike, is you got to factor in that 0 AD and account for it. So in the Stellarium program, if you want to go to the days of Moses, Akhenaten, to look for the 18th dynasty meteor strike that hit, you need to compensate by subtracting a year into the BCs, so that 1 BC in the machine is actually, well, yeah, it's 2 BC. So 1 BC is 2 BC, 2 BC is 3 BC, CB. Yeah, that was, sorry, that was a flashback memory of my children. They were little kids. Little Melissa, Miss Melissa, as the wife nicknamed her. And then she stabbed me in the heart, ripped it out. Alright, so, alright, so, yeah, so you understand, the Right eye is for government. The beast is the goat. Jesus is a fish. So you think Lucifer would mock that? A goat fish? Stay tuned. I gotta go into the settings and switch so that you can hear my audio. Okay, my Stellarium's not recording, so I'll have to do a still frame with my voice over it. This is the sign, January 29th. And I had a whole thing that I recorded, I thought, all about this. So I'm frustrated. Okay, notice the sun is in conjunction with Mercury in the goat beast of space. Notice it's the tail of the fish and the body of a goat. And the Luciferians have the goat as their symbol, and the sign of the goat, the token of the goat. And notice the fish as a mockery of Christ being represented as the fish symbol. Okay, so as I pointed out, the sun, it represents government. So the government representation of the sun is in the goat beast sign. Right now it's at the mouth. And it'll, on this day, be inside near the heart region. I don't know goat anatomy, but I'm assuming or guessing that it's right there in that region. Sorry, I'm having my breakfast as well, so it doesn't go soggy. Mercury is in conjunction with the sun on this date. Mercury is catching up and will catch up on this date, the 29th of January. And it too is in the heart region area of the goat. And Mercury is the messenger god who carried a trump with him to blow his trump to give his message. And as I've already identified for you guys in other videos with the other signs to confirm the identity in our day for Mercury, that identification is Trump. And because all the other signs corresponded with Trump and his actions and activities, his speeches, etc. So Trump has been identified by me as being Mercury. So Mercury is in conjunction with the sign of government, the sun, in the constellation of Capricorn, the goat fish beast. Okay, so if you don't understand symbolism and how to understand what the signs in the heavens mean, I don't have time to go through all this with you. But I hope you understand. This is the sign of the beast. And the sun of government, symbolically, is in the goat beast sign. This is the month of the devil. And Mercury is Trump. And so remember the Nephite story of the bad Nephites having a date set aside for the signs to appear in the heavens, and if the signs don't appear in the heavens, they're going to kill the good Nephites on that date. And I think I told you, I don't think it was in my recording that you don't get to hear, that the ancient American Indians were extremely smart, just like the Egyptians, about astronomy. And so for the story to be told about Native American Indians not knowing anything about the heavens other than through what God tells them to know, no, that's incorrect. They knew specific dates for signs to occur. And so, yeah, Lehi, 600 years from the time Lehi left Jerusalem, or, yeah, 600, yeah, from the first year of reign of King Zedekiah, which is 4 AD. I'm not sure if I covered that in the Stellarium video or if it was the previous video. Yeah, there are specific date signs for the corrupt government of the United States. The Illuminati, you've come to that they have for destruction of America. What do you think Trump is doing? He's destroying the United States. He's compromising everybody and destroying anyone who refuses to bow down and worship him. And he's destroying other nations with sanctions. Sanctions are a declaration of war. I finally found somebody who's reasonable on this and understands it. And she has been around since 2015, she says, but YouTube finally revealed her to me on my recommended channels. So, yeah, there is other people who do understand that Trump is destroying the world, literally. Okay, so, yeah, this is the sign, and did I tell you about the dream in the recorded portion that you hear? I had the dream the other day of the time in the dream, right before I woke up, or which woke me up, of 1:29, and it was 2:43 instead. And recognized instantly that that was a prophecy date, and I have had other prophecy dates. I know that when I have a prophecy date, when it is, and something always happens according to the dream. So I don't know if the 29th refers to just me and something that's going to happen to me in my life. That's how it's been in the past, but you guys are all wondering, and everybody's wondering, because President Nelson is not telling you. So you guys are all wondering, when is this date of destruction? We just had the signs. We just had the sign on the heaven and the sign on the earth with the blanket of snow over Utah. Signs of death. And so we're going to have the reality of death. When is that date? And so it appears, according to the sign in the heaven, that the January 29th is likely to be a date of something. And so we don't know prophecy until it happens. But I have confirmed over and over again that signs do correspond to events on earth. That the Luciferian signs actually occur on the date. God's signs don't occur on the date. It's just a warning. So there's a big difference on how signs are used in the heavens for the fulfillment. Okay, so yeah, January 29th was supposed to be the State of the Union address, and Nancy Pelosi said no, because your life is in danger, President Trump. You've opened the borders to all sorts of terrorists and criminals, and your life is now in danger. And so we can't risk having your life put in danger. And so Trump then retaliates and takes away all flight privileges from Congress, and over the weekend makes further extortion threats from Congress, to which Nancy Pelosi declined. Nope, we will not be extorted, and you will not use American people as pawns to get your border wall money. So, yeah, the government will not be shut down. People will continue to go without paychecks, continue to starve, continue to be tortured, continue to have extra burdens and torments placed upon them, while Trump is being a baby. Not the man-child baby. That's the Jewish Messiah, the last days Messiah. The man-child, the one mighty and strong of the Mormons. Okay, so I think that's enough of what I need to say for this. So January 29th, I'm putting it out there first. Nobody else is going to put it out there. They don't know this. So, they only cover if there's an eclipse. Go, oh, this is the end of the world. No, this is the end. No, this is. But I did find a video that indicated a rabbi who interpreted the lunar eclipse as a huge warning for the United States of destruction to come, and warned Jews to gather to Jerusalem to save the Jews from the destruction here in the United States. So I thought that was interesting. But anyway, okay, so there we go.